Rest or move? That's the ultimate question for pain relief, and we're about to try and crack the code. Hi there, I'm Leanne from Young in Motion, and today we're tackling one of the most common questions I hear. When do I rest and when do I move? If you've been in pain for weeks, months, or even years and stuck in a cycle of trial and error, exploring this balance between activity and rest is crucial. And understanding what science says about how you can achieve it can improve the quality of your life each day. So, why does this balance matter? Pain can make you want to rest, and that's natural. But here's the thing, too much rest can lead to your muscles weakening, can make your joints stiff, and reduce your circulation, making your pain worse over time. On the flip side, diving into too much activity without guidance can inflame your tissues or lead to compensatory movements that create new problems. The evidence? A Cochrane review, which is a systematic review that goes through a number of articles, found that exercise reduces chronic knee and hip pain by about 6% and improves function by 5%. In small steps, but they add up over time. Pain is our body's alarm system. It's there to protect us. Acute pain is like a fire alarm in a burning building, and we have to take notice of what it's trying to tell us. But chronic pain is more like an alarm going on even when there's no fire. So we have to find a balance between the two extremes. Resting too much or doing too much too soon can make things worse. And the impact of avoiding movement can make you very weak, because when you rest excessively, your muscles get weak and your joints don't get the lubrication or oil they need. It's a little bit like a car that goes rusty, and when it's not moving, the rust can set in easier. And the muscles shrink, also making it harder to protect your joints and get you to move properly. The joint is like the tin man that's exposed to the elements, and they need the oil for movement, and movement actually helps spread our lubricant over the surfaces of our joints so that we don't develop as much wear and tear in particular spots and get uneven surfaces. And if you move regularly, you keep the confidence in moving your body, where it's really easy to lose that confidence if you stop moving on a regular and frequent basis. Have you ever been afraid to move because you thought it would make things worse? And sometimes you might feel like rest is helping, but you might be wondering, is it making me feel stuck? Because your beliefs about pain can shape how your body responds to it. A study from the Journal of Pain revealed that fear of movement, otherwise known as kinesiophobia, leads to behaviours where you avoid movement and can make it more long-term that you avoid pain, and then you further weaken your muscles. Imagine avoiding stairs because they hurt your knees. Then over time, the front thigh muscles, called the quads, get weaker, and then moving, especially on stairs, will get more painful. I had a patient named Missy who actually had debilitating back pain, and she became quite scared to move and walk, and even had difficulty doing everyday tasks. So we started just small little things, breathing exercise and really gentle strengthening where she barely had to move, and then she began to walk, particularly because she was quite social, in the company of others. And gradually, over many days of practicing, she was actually able to walk half an hour every day. And the takeaway? That small, consistent actions can lead to big results. But you've got to pace yourself. Getting the balance wrong can really affect you, so you've just got to find that right balance. And sometimes if you do a little too much, you lose your confidence and you also feel really down. It can affect your mental health. And research actually shows that it can predict early retirement because you haven't got the ability to keep moving for your work needs. So you can even form compensations when you overdo things so that you end up moving worse and then actually causing more damage. So you've really got to find that right balance. The research in the Journal of Pain highlights how pain catastrophizing, that's when we fear pain and we push through without a proper strategy, can lead to prolonged recovery times. So, what is the science between our beliefs on pain? Well, let's talk about that mind-body connection, because your beliefs about pain can shape your recovery. A landmark study found that people who believe they can control their pain are less likely to experience long-term disability. On the flip side, fear avoidance behaviours, where you avoid movement out of fear of worsening your pain, can trap you in a cycle of deconditioning. That is why education about pain is just as important as exercise itself. When you understand that movement can be safe, even good for you, it rewires your brain's response to pain. And the key is grading your activity, pacing yourself, and gradually building your confidence. So, how do you find this balance? Well, here's a proven framework based on the latest research. If you understand the type of pain you're experiencing by listening to your body, you'll know that when you have an acute pain, you'll rest initially, but you'll reintroduce gentle movement as soon as possible. It's like the body saying, take it easy. But particularly if your pain tends to be dull and you've had this pain for a longer time, you need to focus on having consistent, low-impact movement. Often that dull aching pain suggests that you're going to be okay. It's just your muscles are waking up because you're not used to it. And the way you experience chronic pain is a lot dependent on your nervous system. So start low and slow and progress your activity gradually. Start with even a few minutes and gradually increase every day, or maybe only a little bit each week. And just notice how long you feel pain after your activity and be guided by that. Prioritize being consistent and doing a little bit on a regular basis rather than making it really intense. And incorporate some strengthening exercises, because strengthening muscles around the painful joints improves stability and reduces pain over time. A Cochrane review found that even moderate exercise reduces chronic pain by 6% and function by 5%. So reassess your beliefs and challenge your thoughts like, if it hurts, I must stop, because pain isn't always a sign of harm. It's often your pain's way of being overly cautious. And if you get the balance between activity and rest wrong, it can have significant implications for you. If you actually rest too much, your muscles will get atrophied or weak and skinny, and your joints will get stiff from inactivity. And you'll have a tendency to feel more down and possibly even helpless or become depressed, because when you can't be active and when you can't do things from yourself, it's really tough on your own sense of worth. But these outcomes aren't inevitable. With the right approach, you can regain control. Studies show that exercise not only helps reduce pain, but improves your belief and your ability to manage it. There's even research that highlights how movement can recalibrate your nervous system, reducing overactive pain signals, so certain movements are no longer as severely painful as they were before. So if this resonated with you, make sure you watch my next video on common myths about pain and activity, and pain and rest. You'll learn why some of what you've been told about pain management might actually be holding you back. So just remember that chronic pain management requires balancing your rest and activity, and avoiding movement out of fear can actually worsen your pain and limit your recovery. There are evidence-based strategies to empower you to regain control over your pain. And if you want to hear more about these strategies, remember to like our channel or connect with me on other platforms, because we can offer you more exercise, advice, and encouragement on your journey to become pain-free. So hopefully we'll see you soon.